Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to be. wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating.
to what I need. Put a picture so I can see. February can't chase the days away. Yeah, away. listen to what they say. Save yourself for another day. This one's coming, it's gone to the wind again. Yeah, again. Again. Just listen and make amends. You've been down for as long as you've ever been. This weighs up, but you're down again. It's just like you to pull off what you thought you couldn't think today. The lost stranger, the wonder familiar face. Broken hearts made of pieces that shake. I've had one too many of them. So now we greet.
Oh. Yo! What is up? Ho, 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 ho. Ho. Let's go Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good tune. Just like snow castles, we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, we drift to the edge. We drift to the edge. Oh, we drift. Oh, we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles. Oh, to the edge. To the edge. Oh, to the edge. To the pine box. Oh. Let's go. Oh. Let's fucking go. All right. Good intro. Dude, how we doing on this fine Saturday night? On this fine Saturday evening? Dude, Team 𝗙cie? I'm definitely Team 𝗙cie, right? What's your team? You Team 𝗙cie or your Team Rapist, right? Take your pick. Dude, I've been watching Twitter all day, and let me just tell you, the Catholic Church is Team Rapist. You're gonna be real surprised to find that one out, right? That, like, most people, human beings, are Team 𝗙cie, and the Catholic Church is Team Rapist. Shh, don't tell anyone. Dude, like, honestly,
So I don't know if you remember a while ago, there's a woman named Brandy Cruz, okay? And you may remember this woman. She's a right-winger, but she tries to disguise herself as like not really a right-winger, okay? But 𝗙𝗪cie𝗶𝗹𝗀 went on her shitty little podcast a while back. But anyway, so the thing that's really interesting, hold on one sec here. Okay, let me try something here. I gotta do something really quick, guys. So let me, there we go. That should do it. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. I got to have my windows arranged. But so this woman has spent all day, like, she's from Seattle. Okay. And so she's a red voter in Seattle. So she hates Seattle. She hates wokeness. But, like, can I just show you guys? Like, this is crazy. Like, all day she's been on Twitter being like, because I guess the World Cup game in Seattle had a lot of patriotism there. I mean, dude, it's the World Cup, okay? It's like the Olympics, all right? There's going to be some patriotism at these international events, right? But she was going off all day. Oh, Seattle's finally being patriotic, right? And like, dude, these people are so weird because the right wingers, for them, if you like drape yourself in a flag, you're patriotic, right? If you chant USA, USA, you're patriotic. And if at a ball game, if you take your hat off, put your hand over your heart during the anthem, you're a patriot, man. You love your country. Well, like, guys, chanting USA does not show that you love your country, okay? Chanting USA is nothing. It is nothing. It is like 0% patriotism, okay? It's performative. It is something designed to communicate to other people that you're some type of patriot. But like, being a patriot in America means you're fighting for everyone's civil rights, okay? People try to tell gay people that it's not okay for them to exist. Those people are patriots, okay? People that are fighting for health care are patriots, okay? People that are fighting for education and a higher living wage, people that are trying to make it so individuals in America can't buy the whole government. Those are real patriots. People that are celebrating Juneteenth and encouraging people to be anti-racist and to like reverse America's historical proclivities. That's patriotism, guys. Patriotism is like showing up in the difficult moments to make America a country we can all be proud of. It's not like chanting USA, okay? And at the end here, though, guys, she was being so ridiculous. You know why? Because look at this. The last thing she posted, let me just show you. She posted this. She said, the fans who showed up to cheer on USMT in Seattle showed an awesome display of patriotism, but this is what a regular game at the same stadium looks like for the Sounders. But like, bro, she posted this. But like, guys, this is one of the most patriotic, like, how could you look at this and not see it as patriotism, right? I mean, being anti-fascist, like, bro, right? The Boston Tea Party people, our forefathers or whatever, even they were anti-fascist, okay? They were degenerate slave owners, but they were anti-fascism. That's why they had like colonies. You know what I'm saying? And being anti-racist, like, dude, it's like the fact that this person thinks this is not patriotic is like how damaged do you have to be to where cheering against fascists is looked at as like anti-American? Bro, you know what I mean? Come on. I mean, dude, in World War II, D-Day, that was anti-fascism, guys. Come on, man. It's called the United States of America. It's not called the unified monarchy of America. Dude, these people are so crazy. But like, bro, she was like leaning in, okay? She was leaning in to all of this. Right? She was, oh my God, wow, this is what real proud to be American looks like and feels like. Fans are absolutely done with anti-American wokeness. Dude, what fucking idiots, right? I laid into it too. Dude, Sinful, let's go. I just, like, this shit is so dumb, right? Oh, look at that. There's a huge flag. She is a moron. I mean, these people are all fucking morons, okay? All of these right-wingers, these people are morons. But dude, look at this. Look at how fucking twisted they are. Minnesota, make the fish gay. Dude, like, dude, look at this. They make the fish gay. Oh, now if you like if you put up a rainbow, you're gay. Dude, you know what's so funny? Is there's a thing called rainbow trout, guys. There's literally a fish, okay? There's literally a fish that are all over Minnesota and Wisconsin. They're called rainbow trout. You know what I mean? Like, dude, they're so dumb, bro. These people. Like, dude, they're so bizarre. Dude, they're rainbowing the trout. Dude, oh my God. Come on, boss. Right? Make the fish gay. Dude. This guy is a super like he is a super right-wing anti-Tim Walz guy from Minnesota. Isn't that wild? Bro, like there's literally rainbow trout. And then you saw Nancy Mace. Did you see Nancy Mace, guys? Look at what she did. Look at this. No trans mice. Stop wasteful spending on transgender research on animals, right? Because of transgenic research, which has nothing to do with transgender people. But look at what Nancy said. She said animals should not be used for radical transgender experiments. This is not science. This is ideological cruelty paid for by the American brain cells having to read Nancy Mace's alcohol-soaked, like, Christian zealoted weirdness. Our Trans Mice Act ends it. No federal funds may be used to conduct, support, or fund research aimed at altering an animal's biological sex. No hormones, no surgeries, no taxpayer dollars spent mutilating animals in the name of transgender biology. And like, dude, trans mice refers to transgenic mice, okay? There are mice that have incorporated foreign DNA into the genome. They're studying gene function. I mean, dude, this is like genetic research looking for, you know, it's like looking for cures for diseases, okay? And she thinks like transgenic is about like that they're trying to build a better transgender human or something. What does she think is going on, dude? What the fuck, bro? Like that level of brain rot, you know? I mean, see, here's what's hard, guys. There's like, so we are approaching, and hear me out on this, okay? I know this has been explained to them like time and again, time after time after time. But what's wild, guys, is that there is a separation from reality that is happening with the very religious in America that I don't know how you repair it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you repair it when all they see is like gay trout and, right? Gay trout, you know, oh, if I go to a pride night, I have now endorsed the LGBTQ ideology. And so now I need to like wash my feet of sin because the Pride Month was held in the park and they're transing the mice and the frogs are, you know, being slipped roofies and taken to the gay club. You know what I mean? Like we are approaching a level of religious mental illness that like, how do you come back from that? You know what I mean? How do you come back from that? Because they have jumped the shark of reality. Like, and these are people though that are in government. They're making the laws, guys. Nancy Mace is a lawmaker. Right? Like, bro, and she's not the only crazy person. Did you see what else was going on, guys? Look at this shit. Hold on. Let me show you how badly they want to get rid of Pride Month. You ready? Look at Lauren Boebert. Look at this. 10 days to respond, or they're going to take action regarding their antitrust exemption. So basically, Lauren Boebert and some of these other Republicans are now like, you know what, guys? We're going to like make it so Major League Baseball can't operate as a singular sports league. They're going to attack them with antitrust angle if they don't cancel Pride Night. You see what they're doing here? The antitrust exemption has nothing to do with Pride Night. But they want to threaten the league with, hey, if you do Pride Night, we're going to make it so you can't function as a sports league. We're going to try to dismantle your business with the threat of the government. Isn't that wild? That's fucking crazy, guys. Attacking an individual sports league because of Pride Night. And now we're all wondering, like, what's going to happen? Is Major League Baseball going to capitulate to them? Are they going to, like, fold over? Now, you know why she's doing this, guys. Okay? You know why she's doing this? Because she's forsaken Trump. Okay? She has forsaken Trump with signing on that discharge petition for Epstein. So now she is trying to spearhead something that will get the base rallied up for the midterms, okay? Because if she can get some kind of win, Pride Month is canceled with the MLB. Donald Trump is the king of anti-wokeness, right? She's trying to get him a win. She is trying to get herself back in the good graces of the Epstein derelict himself. Isn't that wild? To threaten the league with the antitrust, like, right? Gonna take action on their antitrust exemption if they don't capitulate on Pride Night. Bro. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, bro? That is wild. It is crazy. They are full weaponizing. You know, they are full weaponizing. Billionaire owners should stop donating to the Republican Party. I mean, why would they? Like, the billionaire owners, they don't care about this shit. That's the problem. Okay, billionaires don't give a fuck. Because even the gay billionaires can afford to be gay, right? You know what I'm saying? Like those people, they're exempt. Okay? They're exempt from you know, social law and everything like that. They get tax cuts, they get to, you know, cut corners with the environment, they get to do wage theft, and they won't get investigated. But think about this, guys, because while Joe Biden was in office, his DOJ was like going after Amazon and Walmart and making sure that they didn't steal from their employees. And they were, you know, making sure that companies were not poisoning the water and poisoning the air. And Donald Trump's DOJ is threatening sports leagues and businesses, cancel Pride Month or we're going to try and like sink your business. And isn't that wild? Like the government is being used to generate discrimination and removal of rights in the name of religious freedom. Like they are operating the government completely backwards. Like the government is there to protect you from being taken advantage of by the government. You know, isn't that wild? Oh my God. We are living in the upside down. Happy Father's Day. Is it Father's Day? It's not quite Father's Day yet, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Dude, that's wild. This is I mean, it's crazy. So hopefully though, like, man, I tell you, if the Major League Baseball bends over for these people, I'm going to be really disappointed, guys. I'm going to be like really disappointed. Dude, Elf says, I'm super done with anti-pride. I know if I don't denounce anti-pride, I'm going to be hated. And if I'm very LGBTQ plus proud, I'll be hated. You know, I mean, I don't know. I suppose it would depend on where you're at, what crowd you're in, whether you're hated or not. I just think this idea that baseball players participating in Pride Night is not endorsing a lifestyle. You know, I don't understand what that's all about, guys. Dude, let's go, Iconic! 5 gifteds, baby! I mean, I do understand what it's about. You know, it's like religious people for whatever reason, they've got it in their heads that gayness is going to be the end of their religion. But it's like, no, dude, it's not like gayness or people's sexual behavior is not going to end religion. Religion is ending because of the behavior of the religious, right? They're assholes. You know, nobody wants to be a Christian when, you know, a huge portion of Christians are assholes. Dude. It's fucking crazy, man. If they do it, boycott games, don't go, don't watch. Yeah, see, I don't know if that's the answer either, though. Because if you boycott games, then you're basically giving them baseball. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you boycott games, you're giving them the baseball. And like, fuck that. I think if anything, we should go to more games and wear pride regalia at every game. We should make every day Pride Day. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the idea of letting them like badger you out of the space. You know what I mean? I don't. And I don't think that that's necessarily the answer. I think it has to be fought, right? I think it has to be fought. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Dude, it's crazy though. It's crazy because see, here's the thing. Somebody said in chat that the fact of the matter is these baseball players don't have to wear the pride gear. None of it is mandatory. If they don't support the pride stuff, they don't have to wear the pride the gear. But they don't want the backlash. Okay? That's the problem. The problem is they want to not participate, but then when they don't participate, they get called out. But they don't want to get called out. So in an effort to prevent themselves from getting called out, they want the gay people to become invisible, okay? Because they're like, oh, I can't be anti-gay without being called out, so we're just going to make it so gay people disappear, so then I never have to be anti-gay in open space, and then nobody will call me out. But it is literally selfishly about them. They just don't want to take the heat. Okay, because the reality is everybody has a gay relative. Everybody does. I don't know a single fucking person, guys. I don't know a single person in America, a single family that doesn't have at least one gay person in it. There's not one, guys. So this should not even be a fucking issue. So dumb. Dude, Elf says, my uncle is very religious with the Catholic faith, and my cousin is very religious with the Lutheran faith, and they are very liberal, and they see through the BS. Let's go. Let's go, Elf. Thank you, boss. Let's go. Let's giddy up. Dude, I am just tired of like, it is like, you know, I'm tired of this constant thing. Like, you know, when you go to these right-wing influencers, like all they do, right, is say that, right? All they do, okay, is say like, ooh, we're winning the culture war. Ooh, the culture war. Ooh, the culture war. Dude, but look at this. Do you see this? This was their big news. Look at this. Watch this. Dude, this is crazy. So, look at this. This is your tax dollars at work, boss. Dude! So, look at this. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a National Guard. 6 cops and a National Guardsman. Now, if you look at this guy, I mean, look at this kid. Okay? This kid is not a terrorist. I mean, he looks like a whatever, a vacationer who was maybe, I don't even know what he's doing. He's being detained, but I presume he was trying to grab a piece of the blue paint. Okay, which, guys, right? Maybe he was trying to grab a piece of the blue paint. I mean, it's history. You know what I'm saying? If I was there and I saw a piece of blue paint, I would probably just grab it and take it home as like a souvenir. Yeah. Like, dude, Trump spent $14 million with this weird mafia guy. The pool's fucked up. I'm going to take a hunk of history. It's like taking a rock from fucking Zion National Park or something. Right? You know, but they have like 7 cops. Dude, now wait, you got to see the headline. Let's watch the rest of this. They've got him cuffed. Dude, he's cuffed. Dude, look at him. Oh my God, look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like, guys, this is more people than perp walked Luigi, for Christ's sake, dude. And you have one kid in some baggy jeans. Dude, hold on. Let's see what happens. What in the cuck? Dude. Evidence bag, yep. Oh shit. Dude, they're letting him go. He was detained and released. Or are they taking him in? I thought they were letting him go. Oh, nope, they're walking him away. Wait till you... Wait, suspect. Wait till you see the headline, though, guys. Bro. Dude, what is that video, bro? But look at the headline. You ready? Look at this. Police have detained yet another leftist goon for allegedly vandalizing the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. These people need to be slapped with major federal charges. Police believe he was ripping pieces of the blue sealant off the bottom, further damaging the pool. But like, yo, dude, if I was there and I saw the blue shit on the, like, sticking up out of the water, I would grab a piece of it. Like, why wouldn't you? This shit's falling apart, dude. It's like a piece of history. You know what I mean? I mean, if they really wanted to arrest somebody for vandalism, they should be arresting this guy, right? Yo, 𝗙𝗍𝗏𝗏, why you vandalize the pool? Yo, 𝗙𝗍𝗏𝗏, why you vandalizing the pool? Dude, what the fuck? You can't fix a pool? What are you doing? Goddamn, you're ugly. What do you mean? Yeah, I see her boobs. I notice. Yeah, everybody notices the boobs. No one cares. You fucking hack. Dude, what are you doing? Your chiclet teeth are gross, bro. Fix the fucking pool. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, Jesus. This is the guy they should be arresting, boss. Oh. Dude, what idiots, bro. So that was their shit, though, guys. That was the big fucking... They're really playing it up. What was the original post? Look at this. Here you go. You ready? Person detained outside reflecting pool in Washington, D.C. Park police allege that the person was ripping the bottom of the pool with his hands. It is unknown if the item was floating when the person tried to collect it. Oklahoma City police and Monroe County Sheriff were with the Park Police during the detainment, right? They don't know how to spell detainment. Thank you, you hard-hitting journalist, right? Jesus. So Oklahoma and like people are sending their cops. Oklahoma City sent cops to help patrol the monument. And Monroe County Sheriff, I can only presume that's somewhere in the South. Idaho Falls, Oklahoma City State Police, and Park Police are at the reflecting pool as officials continue to guard it during algae removal. Dude. My God, bro. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Another person detained and their bike has been impounded. Dude, look at all this. I mean, this is like ICE 2.0. Bro. They are. Yes, Jibs, that is exactly what they are doing. They are importing police from all over the country that I can only imagine, guys, that our taxpayer dollars are probably paying for it. Paying them travel per diem, probably putting them in hotels. We're literally being built to just give cops from, Rubeville that have nothing better to do to come out and arrest and or harass people, right? I suppose everybody who sticks their hand in the water is probably getting like run up by these guys. And if you look at them, look at these guys. They're fucking jarheads, dude. It's like the Proud Boys are now patrolling the reflecting pool, bro. What the fuck, dude? What are we doing? Well, to answer your question, guys, okay, you ready? I know you want to say, well, how many cops does it take? Dude, how many cops does it take? Let me just tell you guys, it takes a lot of cops, okay? Because, find it, dude, because where is it? There it is.
You're getting a first glimpse, but that's your size compared. So those are compared to. Those are among the tallest buildings in the world, including the Empire State Building.
It's a big pool, guys.
World Trade Center. Sears Tower, Chicago. So if you lay it on its side, you take 2 or 3 of them to fill it in, because the width is almost 200 feet wide. They just had this done.
You know what's so funny though? Guys, I don't want to burst his bubble, but when he says, if you lay it on its side, 2 or 3 of them would fit in there. But like, yo, dude, the pool is like 20 inches deep. None of these buildings would fit in that reflecting pool, even though it's like long enough. Those buildings are like a ginormous city block wide, several city blocks wide. So this thing is 20 inches deep, right? But he's like, a couple of those buildings. Oh, those buildings are just flat in his mind. Dude, our pool is bigger than skyscrapers. Our pool has more security personnel than skyscrapers. Dude, there's National Guard out here. Oh, Lord. Bro.
Yeah, if you go to the walking.
Dude, this guy right here, dude, Dude, this guy. Dude, I'm sorry, but this guy needs to be arrested for the mustache, dude. What? This is one of the Oklahoma City. You can see Oklahoma City police. Bro, homie, you're getting arrested for the mustache. Yo, what's up? Political punk here. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. That Super Troopers mustache, bro. That shit's got to go, boss. Okay? Do you got panty liners on? Are you wearing a glitter thong right now, buddy? Cause you are like 99.7% Benny Johnson at the moment. You're burning up my monitor, dude. There's smoke pouring out of the back of my monitor because of that mustache. That is some baby oil Chippendale shit, bro. I'm serious. I'm not going to be able to get hard for like a month just looking at you, dude. What are you doing? All right. You're fired. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, look at that mustache, dude.
Okay, that's funny. Is your camera recording on your helmet?
Dude, look at that. That shit is like 4 inches thick. I talked to my friend from Virginia today. He and I are like, what the fuck is happening anymore? Yes. Dude, what the fuck, bro? It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can have a good meal. You can rub some oil on your stash. You can have the boys rub your back. At the YMCA. You're gonna stay at the Y. Why the fuck do you have that mustache? Dude, oh Lord, bro. Dude, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Oh shit. There's more. There's more National Guard back there. Wow, dude.
There's only certain places that
Oh, here we go.
Can't ride this around here, right? It's an off-road vehicle. It's just a direction. So we can't put this on 𝗙cie𝗶𝗋𝗀. So what we're going to do is... No, it's being impounded. You can't operate it around here. No.
Oh, they're taking his dirt bike because it's an off-road vehicle. Oh, good. Oh shit. Look at these guys. Oh, dude, here. Hey guys, you ready? Welcome to America. Okay, welcome to America where the president can grape kids with Jeffrey Epstein, commit 34 felonies, try to overturn an election and lie about it for 6 years. But you can't ride a dirt bike in a giant fucking park. All right? Welcome to America, guys. Land of the free, home of the free, baby. Oh shit, dude, the party of small government.
So, you know you're not supposed to, that's why you ran. So, well, leaving is fine. That makes sense. Just say you're scared, so you tried to run. It's fine. You can't operate.
Did they take his dirt bike, dude? Jesus. Bro. Dude. Wow, boss. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but can I just say that I was literally, do we remember this? I mean, hello? Does anybody remember? This was fucking like 1 week ago, dude. You know? Oh, okay. Dude, you brought dirt bikes to the White House. And now it's like, oh, you got a dirt bike. Oh shit. He should have just said, hey man, I'm with Nitro Circus. Come on, bro. Here's my official Nitro Circus ID. Dude, I want to be this guy's lawyer, bro. I want to fucking argue against these idiots in court. I'm serious. I want to go to court against Jeanine Pirro. Holy shit, boss. Dude, yeah, there we go. Dirt bikes, right? Yeah. Yep. Welcome to America, boss. Dude, we should put this here. Let's go back to that fucking. Dude, fucking dinks, bro. Dude, but again, look at this. This too, I believe what this guy says is accurate. Okay? Here's what it is, guys. You ready? So the thing is Trump paid money to fix this pool. This pool is falling apart. It's peeling. Now Trump is going to claim that he can't say Joe Biden did it. So he's going to claim that leftists are vandalizing it. So they're going to arrest 40 people. And then they're going to say, we've made 40 arrests of vandals, right? It's going to be like their Fauci emails or their information against Barack Obama, et cetera, et cetera. That's what's going on with it. Okay? That is what's going on. Cause I mean, I fucking, where did I say? I said, dude, Joe Biden did it. Dude, it was Biden. I swear to you, I saw Biden out there with his little foldable chair. He sat his chair down and was like tossing algae. Dude, let's go. Dude, Elf says, I swear, unless we get Democrats involved, we're eventually going to be in a Clockwork Orange situation. No pun. No pun intended. Let's go, Elf. Let's go. I'm going to give one more for those gifted memberships. Right? I'm going to go back. We had those gifted memberships way, way back from Iconic, right? Here we go. One more for Iconic. And yeah, I'll do the dance goal too. Right? That's what they're going to say, guys. 40 Antifa members were arrested at the reflecting pool. And so therefore it was vandalism because you know that they're draining the pool. Okay? The pool is officially a flop. Looks like our tax money is being well spent. Our wonderful president thinks bikes are more important than actual threats or cost of living. Let's go. Let me just show you guys. All right, you ready? Let's look at the national debt real quick. Look at the national debt clock. I think we're at 40 trillion, guys. Where are we at? Oh my God, no. Still $39.3 trillion. Holy shit, dude. That shit is climbing. Crazy. 39 trillion. It's going to be 40 trillion by the end. Right? Dude, it could be RFK, boss. Now, I believe they're draining the pool, guys. I know this is the big news. It's crazy that this is our big news, okay? But they are draining it. They announced they're draining it, okay? Yeah, it lasted 1 week, okay? And they did announce, I heard that they're draining. Dude, Elon's search function is still not working. Dude, this is funny. Vandals using chemicals. Jesus, dude. Dude, Elon's disabled his search function. Right? So it looks like crews began draining. They began draining water from it. So they're already draining it, guys. There it is. It's peeling off. Now, this isn't vandalism, guys. That shit is just shoddy workmanship. Dude, Lady B, pool more than his... He pays more attention to the pool than his assassination attempts. He does indeed. But he said Saturday night he was going to drain the pool again as they contend with the peeling off of the surface and the algae in the wake of the $14 million effort to resurface it. The president made his announcement after what he said was a meeting with contractors while he was at Camp David for the weekend. Bro, it comes 16 days after the government began refilling the pool, following a renovation that Trump had said would result in clean water and could last for 100 years. Dude, 16 days. Isn't this crazy? Now, here's what I said, okay? I'll be honest, guys. I don't think this reflecting pool is like a really big deal. The only reason it's getting all this media coverage is because this was like Trump had charts. He was talking about this like this was his crowning achievement. Nobody's ever done a reflecting pool the way he's done a reflecting pool. And this was going to be, you know, the greatest thing ever with the American flag blue. 16 days, boss. Okay? 16 days. Since pieces of peeling paint started floating to the water surface, the Interior Department has not responded to questions about why the paint and why the pool surface is separate. Bro! Dude, he can't do anything, okay? The agency said Wednesday it's treating the pool with hydrogen peroxide and high-tech nanobubble ozone technology to limit the spread of algae. Now, it is possible that the high-tech nanobubble ozone tech is what caused this. It's possible that if it, instead of nanobubble, it had been microbubble, maybe we would have been safe. Or if it had been, you know, mushroom bubble, right? Or Bubba bubble. Dude, we met with contractors today. We'll probably be forced to release and drain much of the water in order to do the necessary repairs that we didn't do the first time, right? We spent 14 milli and we didn't do the necessary repairs. But now that we refilled this thing and it looks like Trump's diaper and we have like 27 units of the Proud Boys from all over America stationed there with the National Guard and the 72nd Battalion of the Marine Corps on bivouac at the reflecting pool. Dude, here's a barracks. Here's a military barracks that holds 900 Marines stationed next to the reflecting pool in order to make sure that nobody touches the nanobubbles. Dude! Oh! Jesus! Bro, I could do an entire Netflix special on this fucking, on how incompetent these idiots are. Bro. Yo, is this Department of the Interior? Yeah, it's a political punk here. So I'm calling because I noticed that the nanobubble machine was vibrating. Yeah, no, it's like, I think some Antifa were in there like messing with the wires. I saw that nanobubble machine. It was shaking like fucking Susan Collins, boss. Yeah, no, it was humming. It was vibrating. I could feel it, right? I was over with Benny Johnson and the Chippendales boys down by the National Mall Inn. You know, we were doing baby oil yoga, what we usually do on a fine Sunday morning at 4 a.m. after the clubs get out. But then I went over and I thought Benny was just getting busy with that Brylan Hollyhan kid. And he was, but that's not what was making the nanobubble machine vibrate, boss. And no, Mike Johnson's son's phone was nowhere to be found. I think Antifa, I think they sabotaged it. I think I saw also, I noticed that somebody wrote on the side of the nanobubble machine very clearly, Israel did not do this. And in parentheses, it said, we also did not kill Charlie Kirk. Dude, all right, I'm gonna go finish my show. You guys are fucking pathetic, all right? All right, fuck you, bye-bye. Dude. Oh, shit, bro. Dude, what are we gonna do, boss? And you ready? Here, guys. If DT put his head on Rushmore, the mountain would crumble. Yes. You know, guys, if he put his face on Mount Rushmore, the whole thing would come down. But you ready for this, guys? Can I just walk you through this? Because look at this. Look at what it said here, guys. This is the greatest thing ever. It says, we met with contractors today. We'll probably be forced to release and drain much of the water in order to do the necessary repairs. But we'll have them done as quickly as possible, Trump said in a post on Truth Social on Saturday evening. The president spent the weekend at Camp David with senior advisors as Iran said it has once again closed the Strait of Hormuz, testing the fragile ceasefire in place with the United States. So in a span of like 3 days, dude, his reflecting pool falls apart. The algae comes back. The nanobubble machine stops working. Benny Johnson and Brylan Hollyhan get caught in the bushes. And Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz because the ceasefire lasted a record like 22 hours, bro. Oh my God. Dude, I'm having Erica Kirk tears, guys. I am crying, bro. Oh, shit. Dude, isn't that wild? Dude, U.S. Park Police did not immediately respond to a request for comment about the number of arrests. Okay? The Washington Post later identified, so the police patrolling the Lincoln Memorial observed an individual peeling paint from the pool, right? The person was arrested on charges of destruction of government property. The Post later identified the person as 3-time Olympian David Hearn. Hearn said he reached in the water after he noticed a piece of paint partially detached from the pool bottom. He said he did not damage government property or vandalize anything. Okay, so that's the cyclist who saw. I mean, that's just it, guys. Anybody who's there who fucking sees, paint at the bottom of this thing, like, bro, I would grab a piece. Like, come on, man. Dude, you walked around it, Professor? Dude, this shit is crazy. Okay? Dude, and Steve Goodell, a swimming pool expert, viewed the footage of the peel paint, said he believes the pool surface may have been improperly prepared. I mean, that's what it's obviously is, guys. I mean, if this shit is peeling off the bottom, I mean, I don't know what they did, right? Like, for example, I don't know how it is with pools and water, but I know that, you know, if you're painting concrete in your basement, you have to use a primer that will soak into the concrete, and then you have to let that dry, and then you have to paint several coats over the primer, but you can't just paint over the concrete. I mean, you can, but it's like, it's not going to work. You need the primer that sucks into the concrete that goes into the porousness, and then you apply the paint to the primer. So maybe they didn't prepare the bottom of this thing. All right. Dude, we got Shin Godzilla saying nano bubbles for the pine box with their cesspool. Dude, the nano bubble. And we got Petrazi saying pine box now, please. Yes. Please, dude, I'd give anything for a pine box. Another culprit, he said, could be groundwater or pool water seeping underneath the lining. All right. Damn, dude. Oh. Bro. And you know what else is crazy, though, too, guys? You ready? You know what else is wild about this? Because, I mean, here's a picture of the surface. And you can see this shit is just coming off in sheets. But, guys, they cut the National Park Service, too. So they don't even have like an efficient force to, you know, manage whatever is going on at this reflecting pool. They cut the National Forest Service, the national parks, all the people that work these areas too, right? They didn't let it cure long enough. I'm sure something about that is in it. Thank you, Day Trader. But yeah, dude. Now, guys, if I went to the pool and I saw a chunk of the blue, I would grab it. I would probably grab it and be like, dude, I'm not vandalizing anything. This is history, bro. Come on. Like, I would literally, hey, Mr. National Guard, Mr. Oklahoma City Super Trooper mustache guy. Dude, this is a piece of history I got here. When in the history of America have we had a 34-time felon in the White House who was the biggest sex trafficker, right? The biggest teen sex trafficker of all time's best friend, lied about an election for 6 years after he tried to overturn it. And now he's like stealing money everywhere and breaking the Constitution. Dude, this piece of paint is like historic. How could I not grab that? We're never going to have another situation like this with a completely incompetent Epstein rapist crook, criminal felon president, insurrectionist who couldn't even paint a pool correctly. Like, this is like a moon rock. You know, if you were on the surface of the moon, you would grab a rock, right? I mean, come on, bro. You know, I would go into court and tell the judge that, Your Honor, I stand before you being crucified by Jeanine Pirro over here when I am simply choosing to take a piece of history with me. If you were on the surface of the moon, you would take a lunar rock. You would be crazy not to. It is history. If you were on the deck of the Titanic and a chunk of paint came off, you would take that with you. You'd be a fool not to. So, you know, if you have a problem with that, I think maybe we should get the 34-time felon, insurrectionist, election liar, election overturner, fake electors guy who gave secrets to Saudi Arabia and stole classified documents and, you know, raped a woman and was Epstein's best friend. I think we should get him in here and we should talk about it. Get nose plugs for everybody in the gallery when we bring him in. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It's a pretty color. It is. I'm not sure the reflecting pool should be painted in this color, but I do like the color, right? Like if I had a pool at like an amusement park or a hotel, I think this color looks nice. And if I had a pool in a dance club, I would be like, yeah, give me some of that electric American flag blue shit. That shit looks good, dude. It looks nice. It would look better if it actually adhered to the surface of it. But so think about this though, guys. They put 6.5 million gallons of water in this thing, and now they're going to drain it out. They're going to have to drain out 6.5 million gallons of water. That's crazy. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Why can't we just have healthcare? Sorry, guys. I know you want healthcare, but we have more important things like, you know, a reflecting pool and 5,000 Proud Boys to protect it from Antifa. Okay? So your healthcare is going to have to wait because we need to save the pool, guys. All right? Right? I mean, you got to have priorities, you know? And if you don't value the pool over healthcare, you're not a patriot. Okay? You're Antifa. You're funded by the CCP. Jesus, bro. Dude, Hearn. Yeah, Hearn was the guy. Dude, asked to describe his actions. Hearn said, I reached in there and I was able to grab the end of that flapping piece. The already peeling piece, it was still attached to the bottom. I didn't remove anything. Hearn is a 3-time Olympian who competed in the canoe slalom. He won 2 world championships in whitewater racing before retiring in 2002. Right? Oh my God, bro. They arrested a 3-time Olympian and 2-time world championship whitewater racer because he touched pee-pee. Okay? Dude, you could literally grab Trump's dick and you would get less time, boss. You would get less attention, bro. Oh my God. Dude, I don't know if you saw Keith Edwards, right? I've had my ups and downs with Keith Edwards lately. Dude, did my Twitter just get jacked? Hold on. My Twitter may have gotten shut down or something. Let me see here. No. All right. I'd never know. My shit keeps getting limited. So I don't know if they're shutting it down. Uh-oh. Let me see here. Let me try. Dude, like something's going on with Twitter. It's possible. I don't know if they have a new interface, but I just got kicked out. And I did not get an email about shit being limited, so it could just be a new interface they're doing. Give me 1 sec here. All right. All right. No, we're good. We're good. They were just, I think they're doing they're redoing the interface or something. So it logged everybody out. It's like they're changing shit that doesn't need to be changed. But yeah, So, dude, that's crazy. The National Guard are watching the pool. But what was I saying? I was saying something before we got... Dude, what was I saying before I thought I got removed? There was something that I was talking about. I can't remember now. Do you remember what I was talking about? Honestly, just like everything about this administration, I think I'd rather follow Bush 43. You're not alone, Elf! All right, guys, 8 minutes. Oh, Keith Edwards. Yes, thank you. We got 8 minutes, guys. We need 24 and 8. So Keith Edwards, normally I've been having some issues with Keith lately, but he posted something really funny the other day where, look at what he posted. Okay. He posted, I will give someone $86.47 if they can get and send me the American flag blue paint peeling off the reflecting pool. I must have it and frame it. And then immediately after that, he said the FBI just showed up at my door because I tweeted about people picking up paint debris and sending it to me. I asked them, where's Savannah Guthrie's mom? Dude, isn't that funny? Oh, shit. Bro. Dude, that's a pretty good one. That was actually pretty good. And then, I got in on it today, dude, because I said here, right, that FBI Director 𝗙cie 𝗶𝗽𝗀 has been eating the reflecting pool algae for 2 days, and he believes he is close to making an arrest. Dude, look at him. He's all hopped up on algae. He's been eating algae all weekend, and he thinks he's pretty close to an arrest. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, fuck, bro. That is hilarious. I mean, because it's believable, isn't it? Right? It is believable. Punk tied for Meteor. Let's go, Pretty Kate Machine. Oh, shit. There was a video. Oh, I forgot to put a video in the folder for Jenny. Sorry, Jenny. I forgot a video. You're going to have some good shit in there in the morning. Dude, hi from Australia. Let's go. Angel Ninja, let's go. Thank you, boss. All right, guys, 22. 22 in, let's get this. Let's just get this before we move on. 22 and 5, guys. We did it last night. We can do it now. I'm going to get you hyped. You ready? Let's go. 22, baby. Oh, look at that. Sexy. Fuck, bro. What are we doing, dude? Let's go. Happy Father's Day. Yes, Regal. Thank you. It is Father's Day. Dude, Patel is paint chipping, boss. He is paint chipping. I'm kind of starting to believe that I think maybe all of MAGA is eating paint chips, guys. They're starting to exhibit behavior that looks like lead paint exposure. Okay? It does. They are having some lead paint exposure behavior. Dude, let's go. 5 minutes, guys. 22 and 5. Here we go, baby. They are fucking brain dead, bro. Jesus. Dude. 5 minutes, 22 and 4. Oops. Run it up. All right. Dude, that shit is wild. Brutal. So yeah, so Trump is blaming vandalism and here's what they're saying, right? Look at this. This is how they're spinning this, guys. Trump confirms U.S. Park Police have arrested multiple vandals. They're facing years in federal prison. Yeah, like the sandwich thrower. Good luck. Lock them all up and show no mercy, they say. Dude, Gen W, let's go. Dude, Elf, let's go. Not a father, but you understand what it's like. Let's go. Dude, you're my daddy, Elf. Let's go. 3 minutes, guys. Let's go. All right, 3 minutes. We are now 20 away. But look at this shit. Show no mercy. Lock them up. Who would do such a thing? These are very serious crimes having to do with destruction of national monuments. Years in jail. Like, bro, see, this is what I'm talking about. They're fucking mental, dude. They're mental. He broke the pool. The shit is falling apart. People want to take a piece of the paint because he's such a fucking loser, bro. They want to remember how low America crashed. Very serious crimes. Please tell me people are right. They have no problem destroying their country's history. Dude, look at this. Yes, jail. 2 minutes, guys. Let's go. 2 minutes. Said the reflecting pool was vandalized. Oh, there you go. Make algae grow again. That's a good one. Dude, it's going to be like the sandwich thrower. All right? It's going to be the sandwich thrower through and through. Dude, there it is. Oh my God, look at it. It just looks fucking decrepit, right? He touched a floating piece of detached blue lining. Woke up 58 years old this morning. A fanzimonion. Is that how you say it? A fanzimonion? Dude, let's go. Thank you, 𝗙cie. And happy 58th. Happy birthday. Dude, it's going to be Father's Day in 1 sec here. Having 15 students makes you a better teacher. Potentially a father of 42. Let's go. Dude, you're 42, Elf. Let's go, guys. 17 away. Dude, 16 away. We can get it in this last minute. Vance Fund for Switzerland. Save the park goers. Let's go. It's Father's Day. It is fucking America Flag Blue Pool Day. It is Tommy has allergies that are annoying beyond belief day. We got 1 minute. Can we do 16 in one? Is it possible? I don't know if it's possible. 16. Let's go. Happy birthday, yes, to 𝗙cie. There we go. 15. Dude, charged with picking up trash. Let's go. Thank you, Polka Dot. 15 away, guys. 15 in 45 seconds. Let's go. Dude, I can't believe they arrested an Olympian. 14, Petrozzi, let's go! 30 seconds. So dumb, dude. Dude, so dumb. Dude, oh, it's the blue-green algae. Got you, 𝗙cie. Thank you, dude. Let's go, Dad. Scruffles, let's go! 15 seconds, and we're 12 away. That's right. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get this. Dude, 11. Do we get one more before there? So then we just reset it at 10. Let's go, Pinky. All right. So we reset. We'll reset at 10. Close enough. All right. Let's do it. Final 10, baby. We got this. Dude, there it is. There it is. Let's go, Sam. Thank you, boss. Dude, I just, this timeline is, to me, guys, it's mind-bending, right? I mean, think about the resources. Dude, Shelly, let's go. Think about the resources that they are putting into this, protecting this pool, or making up a vandalism narrative about this pool, but they are doing nothing with the Epstein files. Not a single arrest. Not even following investigative leads to, like, follow the money, right? You know what I mean? I mean, isn't that wild? Like, some guy connected to high-level government officials has a sex trafficking ring for 25 years, and they are just like, well, you know, there's nothing there. But, oh, shit, dude, if you grab the bottom of the pool, you're fucking going to federal prison. Like, bro... Hello? I mean, it's like that type of incongruent reality is like the type of shit that's going to make people go insane. Dude, Pinky, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will go fucking insane from that shit. All right. That's like insanity level gaslighting. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the type of shit where like husbands go and like put fake phone numbers in their wives' like purse, and then they go through her purse and is like, whose number is this? The wife is like, that's not my number. And he's like, yes, it is. That's your handwriting. Where did you get this number? And she's like, what are you talking about? That is not mine. It's like that level of gaslighting. Okay? It is fucking, this is the kind of shit that's going to make people snap. All right. Dude, let's go, Pinky. Dude, now you guys are cruising, bro. It's going crazy. All right. Let me get it. We're going to get the last 10. Dude, even though we fucking went over, but we'll do 10 because it won't let me do 7. There you go. All right. There it is. Boom, bap. All right. So let's see what Scott Jennings says.
Well, regarding the vandalism, that's absolutely true. Somebody did vandalize the grass. Even when workers were working on the reflecting pool, I think I read that people came and vandalized their trucks and their equipment. Look, you have people that hate Donald Trump so much.
Dude,
they would go out and destroy.
They vandalized the grass. I'll give them that.
So much that they would trucks and their equipment. Look, you have people that hate Donald Trump so much that they would go out and destroy our national monuments, vandalize the Lincoln Memorial, vandalize the grass. That's how broken-brained they are.
All right, so why do they hate Donald Trump, though? Okay, and let's also look at this. Let me see. Hold on. I think I got it here. Dude, isn't it funny though? He talks about vandalizing. Dude, see, you can't search on Twitter anymore? Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude. There it is.
Next tonight, a former leader of...
You ready? Watch this. Do they have the video?
So we just stormed the Capitol.
This video of Biggs on January 6th was shown during his trial, as well as this selfie from inside the Senate.
Right? Dude! Trump was trying to start a fund for these guys. The 1776 fund. Right? But like, you know, Scott Jennings is talking about, oh, the people vandalizing the monument. Bro, again, the gaslighting. Like, come on, dude. Pinky, let's go. The gaslighting, dude. Pinky again, let's go. Dude, we got Alf in here. Tommy, we're aware of your father. I know about my father throwing me against the wall, but he forced me into music. Dude, did he really force you? Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Dude, thank you, boss. I think, like, maybe, though, you don't regret that, right? Like, my dad forced me, he threw me in a swimming pool and forced me to just figure out how to swim, which it was very traumatizing, but in the end, dude, it like, I don't know, surviving that kind of shit made me a little bit of fearless, right? FDJT, yes. Dude, see, I should be able to fucking search on here Joe Biggs, but it won't let me search Joe Biggs, right? Because Elon Musk has has removed the fucking search function here. But there it is. There is a video on Twitter that you can't get now because Elon has made it so the search function doesn't work anymore because he's a fucking piece of trash. Dude, let's go, 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, let's go! Dude, where did the victimizers go? I'm very concerned. I mean, Shelly, we are all concerned, dude. Pinky, let's go! All right, we're halfway there already, guys. Let's go.
Yes, that's how broken-brained they are. Donald Trump has cleaned up Washington. The fountains work. The city is clean. The city is safe. It's good that he has taken an interest in this. And you have these people out here who are so broken-brained about the fact that he's the president that they're spending their time vandalizing all this stuff. I think it's terrible. And I hope anybody who vandalizes our monuments, I hope they get caught and I hope they get put in jail. He's trying to make the city beautiful for America 250. There's going to be a lot of people in Washington. They deserve to go to a clean, safe capital. And that's what he's trying to do.
Dude, what he's trying to do. Hold on. Dude, what a fucking idiot, bro. Dude, he is such a suck up. Dude, gaslighting. My father went to Curtis School in Philly. I was in New York City and Baltimore. Let's go. Dude, they're coming in hot, Pinky. Let's go. Dude, we're one away, dude. 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, LFG Father's Day Dance Party. Dude, we're getting Pinky with another one. Dude, Curtis School, is that a good music school? Let's go. One more, guys. We got this. Easy peasy. Unbelievable. All right. Dude, I'll be honest. I literally could fucking spend all night like just looking at the ridiculousness of this, right? But here we go. This is what people were doing, guys. Dude, what about Capital on J6? Scott, yes. Right? Dude, let's go. Steph, let's go. Yes. But look at this. This is what people are doing. Of course. Anyone who found a blue chip like that, if I was there, I would grab one of these too. Okay? And nobody was arrested cutting this shit. It didn't cut. The hydrogen peroxide probably had something to do with it. They didn't cure the bottom. That had something to do with it. I'm sure they put the water in too soon because they were trying to finish this right early for Trump's whatever big birthday bash. Because again, guys, remember, fucking remember right here. This shit was supposed to be for the 4th of July. This is the 250-year anniversary of our Independence Day. And so this is supposed to be a July 4th. It's June. All this shit got done fast and early for Trump's birthday party on June 14th with the motorcycles and the Nitro Circus and the UFC. That was all about Trump's birthday. So all of this shit got thrown together fast and got done on like extra early. Got to finish it now because we got to do Trump's birthday. And now it's all falling apart. And now people are going to go there on the 4th of July and it's going to look like shit. And this thing will probably still be empty. Right? Because they were busy doing it for Trump's birthday. Man, these people are idiots, though. Right? And look at this, though. Right? This, look at what they've done. They gutted the Rose Garden. They destroyed the fucking East Wing. They took the beautiful grass and fountain and they gutted it all for the UFC event. Okay, they gutted the National Mall where everybody was hanging out watching the fight. They attacked the Capitol. All of this shit. And like, bro, and we're $39 trillion in debt. No health care plan, no education plan, no plan to like address wages, no plan to prevent them from AIing everybody out of jobs. They bought a whole bunch of warehouses that they're now selling at a loss. The fuck is that all about, right? Dude, yeah, the big military parade. Dude, everything about this is just a disaster, right? Yep. I think this is the Olympian. Bro. Only G7 country without health care, America. There you go. Welcome to us. Dude, see again though, right? They keep posting this shit. Dude, this never happened. A man was arrested for jumping into the pool, ripping sealant off the bottom. This never happened. Okay? This is a lie. Nobody like dove into the pool and was ripping the fucking sealant off the bottom. I mean, you notice? You ready for this? Last thing we're going to do here, guys. Let's go back and look at our big fucking arrest, guys. Now, I want you to notice something. You notice this guy? You see our homie here? He's not wet. Okay? There's zero water on this guy. Zero. Not wet. This guy wasn't in the pool. This guy was not ripping anything off the bottom. Okay? Same with the other guy. This guy with the motorcycle. Not wet. None of these guys are wet. Nobody's in that fucking pool except the Park Services guy with the hose. Dude. And yes, dude, they have cameras on the Washington Monument that show the whole thing, dude. In all honesty, Curtis School of Music is #1 in top 3 along with Juilliard and Peabody, depending on the year, for the entire globe. Dude, that's crazy. Bro, and kudos to you for going to school. I could never stick in school. I always had to quit because I don't like authority. I have a problem with authority, guys, as you may have guessed. Not even a plan to plan. Nope. Not even a fucking concept of a plan with this shit. All right. Dude, the president accused Jonathan Karl. Oh my God. Dude, do you remember Jonathan Karl, guys? I did not realize this happened. You know Jonathan Karl, okay? He's one of the ABC guys that often challenges Trump. Dude, Trump accused Jonathan Karl of trying to rip the rubber off the surface because he's reporting on it. Dude. Oh, shit. Bro. What a fucking laughing stock, guys. Right? What a laughing stock. Too afraid to do anything about this because we're afraid of Trump invoking the Insurrection Act? I don't think anybody's afraid of that. Dude, the Insurrection Act wouldn't do anything, guys. But I mean, what are we going to do? What are you going to do about this, James? You're going to take your AR-15 out there and start shooting at police? Like, come on, bro. Dude, what are you going to do? You're going to run at the White House with a fucking, with a pistol? Dude, the Insurrection Act is meaningless. Like, Trump throws that threat. Like, let me just clear up the Insurrection Act. Okay, first off, you ready? It wouldn't affect elections. It wouldn't affect anything. Okay, the Insurrection Act, like, what is he going to do? Dude, there's less than 1 million standing army. Like, the entire army. Okay, which means, like, there's not enough soldiers to, you know, like, what are you going to do? You're going to break out the Insurrection Act and take over 50 states? Like, come on. All of that is an empty threat. I mean, I just think there's not really anything to do. It's not like you can grab your pistol and go running at the White House. Like, what are you going to do? Like, what do you do when the state's abusing you, you know? I mean, you can protest, you can fight them in court, but, you know, I think armed rebellions or people who think, oh, they're going to run out there with that AR-15 is unrealistic. You know, it would be nice if the people in his own party would hold him accountable, but we're not going to get that. So we're going to take the House back and then we're going to impeach him. Muskets? Dude, I'd love a musket, right? I'd love a musket. I mean, I'll be honest, guys. You know, for me, he's going to have to do a little more before I want to, like, revolt. You know, like police being douchebags at the Washington Monument. Like, you know, I'm not ready to go buy a cannon over that move. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I mean, if they start putting people in work camps, right? If they start rounding up LGBTQ people and putting them in camps, or if they started arresting governors, that, to me, that would be my red line, right? I mean, we had this shit where, you remember when he was attacking like Ross Baraka in New Jersey and the Rep McIver, and they were arresting them but releasing them. They're arresting Comey but releasing them. This stuff is bothersome, but mostly I think it's like Trump flexing his weakness, right? Because Trump, if you pay attention to him, he's actually a coward and he always backs down, you know? But we have to be realistic, you know? I mean, if Trump though, like sent, you know how he kidnapped Maduro? Okay, hear me out on this. If he sent a group of like special forces into Sacramento and they kidnapped Gavin Newsom and like 2 died in the shootout and they fucking handcuffed him and took him to Washington, D.C. and were like putting him on trial with no fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? If they did something like that, like, then we would be talking like fighting words. You know what I mean? Right? Because that would be, to me, that would be like a red line. But see, I don't think Trump is ever doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Trump is really doing that shit because he's like a Temu fascist, right? Still have my dad's Curtis student book of teachers for classes. Interesting to see how people react on Discord. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned the warehouses, right? Because they're selling them, okay? Even the warehouses. Look at this shit, dude. Right? They're selling them. Look, they had a $38 billion plan, 7 warehouses for detention centers. They're selling them. Right? Because they can't even do detention centers correctly, guys. They're so incompetent. Now, don't stop fighting, okay? We still have to fight. We have to fight ICE locally. We have to fight, right? We have to fight ICE locally. We need to show up and vote. We have to fight him in court. Like, man, I will say this. There are a lot of lawyers from a lot of groups that are fighting them in court. But like, dude, this is so crazy. Because did they buy these warehouses? Did they want to fill them with migrants or maybe us? Sure they did. But look at what they're doing. They're selling them all. Okay, because it's not feasible. Their idea of mass deportations, not feasible. Okay, and I mean, a lot of this, I think they try to make it seem. That's why you gotta not buy in too much of the shit, because they buy a bunch of warehouses. Trump says he's gonna run again. Bannon says, oh, we're looking into Trump staying in there, and they say this shit. They say that, oh yeah, Insurrection Act. But dude, he hasn't even put the National Guard, right? The only reason the National Guard are in DC is because it's his jurisdiction. Every president can put the National Guard in DC because the president runs the National Guard in DC because it is federal territory under the executive branch. There's no National Guard in Chicago or Portland or Seattle or LA because he lost in court, because he's so pathetic and ineffectual. Alligator Alcatraz got shut down. These warehouses are getting sold. Now we're getting soaked, okay, because all this money is wasted. They're going to sell these warehouses at a loss. And, you know, the red states got all the tax money and shit. So they're basically just feeding our tax money to red states and shit. But I don't actually, guys, I do not worry about a Trump takeover of the country. I do not worry about that. I do worry about him damaging so much shit that it takes 50 years to like unravel it. And I guess what I worry about is I worry about even when Dems take back the government, are we going to be able to go on a roll? Because if you look at America, America goes back and forth, right? Oh, Democrats, Republicans, Democrats, Democrats, Republicans, Republicans. Like America never sticks for like five terms and allows things to actually happen. America's like, oh, one term, you didn't solve all our problems. I'm voting for the other guys. You know? And dude, yeah, Musk fucked shit up with Doge. I mean, we're stupid. Americans are stupid. Let's just put it to you that way. Okay? We're kind of stupid. We are. Okay? Dude, I have been wilding though, guys. Can I just say I've been wilding with the Epstein tweets? Like, first off, did you see this? Look at him, bro. Look at him, dude. Dude. Like, he's so close to the pine box. Dude, yeah, no, Nedra, I'm with you on that. The back and forth, the back and forth. Look at him, though, dude. Dude. So beat, bro. He doesn't even look human, right? He doesn't look human, though, right? Dude, Stephen Chung. Oh, dude. Dude, I like this one. Iran moved on me like a bitch. Dude, I've got a new hobby of like doing funny things with these pictures of Trump and Epstein. I keep doing this shit, right? Like Iran moved on me like a bitch, or like this one, dude. Did you know America is a Christian nation? Dude, I'm having a lot of fun with these. Dude, he does not look a day over 140. Oh shit, bro. Dude, what are we doing, boss? My God. Dude, yeah. Rough. Dude, shabby chic. Oh, dude, that is rough, guys. That is rough. He doesn't look good, boss. He looks like beat. SpaceX going to ruin all our retirement funds? Dude, yeah, I know. See, I don't have any retirement funds. I have zero retirement, guys. I have nothing. I mean, I own a house, right? But I have nothing for retirement. So I guess I'm just not retiring. I'm going to be a content creator till I drop, right? I'm going to work till I drop. Oh, Yeah, no, I snapped this from a photo. This is not even AI. I actually snapped it from a... That is no AI. That is a photo snap from a video, right? It's like him at fucking G7, dude. He just looked beat. He is beat, bro. He is. Dude, this was crazy. Like, so did you see this? Did you guys see this? Because Trump posted great daughter, my honor, President DJT, but we were all kind of like, who is this person? It's not Trump's daughter. Is it? Whose daughter is this? Do we know? Right? Great daughter, my honor. And dude, even RuPaul was like, who? It says President Trump and his great daughter, proud dad, proud daughter, proud Americans. But like, who the fuck is that? Dude, that's not his daughter. Right? Even the fucking rednecks, the rubes are like, who is this? I'm so confused. Okay? But Gunther Eagleman posted President Trump and his great daughter, proud dad, proud daughter, proud Americans, but like, that's not his daughter. Now again, right? Again, like, what the fuck is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, are they doing this to gaslight? Right? Are they doing this to gaslight? And Grok says it plays on proud dad family values while using an unrelated photo to create confusion or engagement. But right? But the thing about this is like Grok is covering, but the thing is look at what they're doing though. This goes back to that gaslighting, guys. Okay? That gaslighting that I was telling you about, where they're literally doing shit that's like not real. You know what I'm saying? Right? They're gaslighting, where they're putting this thing of not his daughter, and then everyone's out there, even these people are like, oh, proud dad, proud daughter, proud Americans. And then no one's addressing it. But it's like gaslighting. It's putting out just fake, weird, unrelated shit. So then later, if shit is fucked up or whatever, you're going to doubt it or think it's a troll, right? It's like baiting you with a constant stream of gaslit shit. Now, Gunther Eagleman, he's paid. These guys get paid to disseminate this, guys. Okay? They're like all disseminating the shit. No, there's a phone cord. The phone cord is there. You can see the phone cord. It's just some old unrelated picture to nothing. Okay? Elf says, I always dance with you at the end. I want to let you know. Let's go! Dude, I love that you dance at the end, Elf. It's amazing, dude. Dude, I love the dance. Yeah, this is not Ivanka, though. Okay? This is just, again, this is just weird shit. It's weird shit that they're doing. It is like high-level gaslighting. But yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it's that flooding the zone shit, where they're just gaslighting you with fake weird shit all the time that doesn't make sense. So people are talking about this, and I think it's still, I think there's still going to be Epstein revelations, guys. And I think they want the Epstein revelations to be ignored, right? They want like real information to be ignored. And in order to do that, they're like filling us with nonsensical gaslighting shit. And see, people are fucking, right? Now somebody's saying it's Tina Peters, right? But again, dude, it's a fire hose of bullshit. Nah, I don't even care, dude. I don't even fucking care. I don't want to know who it is. Dude, I'm going to assume it's one of Epstein's people and that Trump raped her daughter. That's my assumption, guys. Okay? Right? Did you hear about this, though? All right, hold on. Let's go. Let's look at the Lilly Gaddis. Okay. This is weird. All right? Because I want to preface this. So, a week ago, on the night of the fight, we had the Eric Trump situation where 𝗙𝗍𝗶, okay, the former fighter who's now a UFC analyst, posted a tweet about Eric Trump being in his DMs wanting to rig a fight. And he's like, man, I can't believe I have to do this. And then he immediately deleted the tweet. And then they said the tweet was AI. And right, they said the tweet was AI. And then 𝗙𝗍𝗶 later said, oh, I was hacked or something. And then they just forgot about it. So something like that happened today, guys, with Lilly Gaddis. Okay. Now, do you remember Lilly Gaddis? She was the N-word girl. Okay, she was the girl on TikTok who said the N-word. And then she became a right-wing influencer. Okay, it's this person. She said the N-word on TikTok a handful of times, got banned, and all of a sudden she had 200,000 Twitter followers, and she was like pumped as the next right-wing influencer. Okay, so this morning, or whatever, this afternoon, or no, I guess it was 2 days ago. All right, it was 2 days ago. But, so, dude, this is weird, okay? Or it was yesterday, it was 1 day ago. Dude, the time change fucks me up. But she posted this tweet that said, Candace Owens' family reached out to me earlier this morning. It is with deep sadness and sorrow that I am sharing the passing of my longtime friend and fellow political commentator, Candace. But I also can't shake the feeling that this wasn't simply a random tragedy. There are circumstances surrounding Candace's death, especially after Charlie's passing, that raise serious questions, and I hope the full truth comes to light. I want to respect her family's privacy, so I will refrain from sharing any further details. Please stay posted. So she posted this, and then she deleted it. And people are like, what the fuck? Because first off, posting some random tweet about Candace's family and Candace being dead, that obviously didn't happen, is weird. But even weirder is if Candace had died, the family would never reach out to the weird N-word TikToker woman. This woman doesn't even know Candace. She's not even in that same echelon. So she posted this and deleted it. And then look at what Lilly says. Because Candace's friend, John Mappin, says, this is extremely concerning to Lilly Gaddis. Did you post this and why? And Lilly said, I didn't post this, which is concerning. Someone clearly has gotten access to my account and are trying to involve me in something. So again, we have this weird tweet coming from this right-wing agitator, a known right-wing agitator, by the way. She's, you know, Sneeko, Nick Fuentes, you know, she's that crowd. And then she's saying, I didn't post this. So she was like hacked or something. And no, it was posted and then deleted. But she's saying, oh, I didn't post it. But somebody posted it, deleted it, but did nothing else with her account. Like, come on, bro. Okay? Something is very fucking weird here. She definitely posted it. Okay? And, right? And then somebody's saying they made a fake post and then deleted it. It wasn't from Lilly. She didn't do this. This is AF deplorables and the Omega friend. So what they're saying is that the America Firsters like posted this and deleted it, right? And America First is saying we can add the Lilly Gaddis to the list of AF dialogues. There's so much to unpack here. First of all, who gives away their personal Twitter passwords willingly? How are we supposed to like, I get it, just a simple mistake, right? How are we supposed to be like that? Lilly, this is your typical grifting, okay? So, right? So, and now this weirdo's getting in here.
Life on the internet is not nearly weird or psychotic or dramatic enough, so we needed this. Last night, an influencer named Lilly Gaddis put this post out on her X account that said, Candace Owens' family reached out to me earlier this morning. It is with deep sadness and sorrow.
Dude, what the fuck is this guy's hair, bro? Dude, I can't do this guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. You can't be fucking like walking around like talking shit about Jewish people there, boss. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I don't know what your fucking deal is, but right? Dude, you're being fucking weird. All right? Dude, yeah, like, dude. Bro, what is going on, dude? Dude, it is Benny Johnson's. I was thinking the same thing.
Refrain from sharing any further details.
This is like Benny Johnson's top, right? Dude, this guy. Oh, you've seen the other guy? Yeah, no, I just booted that other guy, dude. He's long gone. But this guy is like Benny Johnson's top. But they're trying to like explain this shit away though, guys. Okay?
Stay posted. So this girl's account put out this post basically saying that Candace Owens is dead. And it's a bizarre post for 1,000 reasons, because if it were real and they really were friends, that's a completely bizarre reaction to have.
Dude, she's not friends with Candace.
That had actually happened. But then her account deleted the post shortly after. And the follow-up is that the real girl, Lilly Gaddis, got on social media and said, what the hell is going on? I didn't post this. So it is entirely possible, and I would say probably probable and likely, that her account got hacked.
See, here's the deal, okay? This is some bullshit, okay? Because this person here, Lilly Gaddis, she's an unreliable source. Okay, so when Lilly Gaddis says, oh, I didn't post that. Oh, I must have been hacked or something. No. You got famous for saying the N-word and being a degenerate, racist, lying piece of shit. That's your entire shtick. So nobody's believing Lilly when she says she didn't post it.
And somebody went in there and decided to cause some sort of drama or controversy by posting this post and starting a rumor that Candace Owens was not alive anymore. I think that's believable because this has happened to me before. My accounts have been hacked, X, Facebook, numerous accounts have been hacked. And people have posted a lot of stuff on my account, including some things that I don't even want to mention because they involve.
See, here's the problem, though. When your account gets hacked, you don't immediately start doing other posts. Okay, this post was 4:40 p.m. on the 19th. Okay, so let's go look at Lilly Gaddis, right? Right? There's like reposting of some like IP addresses or something, right? I don't know what she's doing. This is all in response to it. Like, you know what because you know what it feels like, guys? What it feels like is she posted it and then she's like, oh, I don't know what happened. And now she's just milking this shit, right? She says, my account is hacked, working to fix it. The hacker in the room with us now. Dude, dude, but look at this, right? Oh, she just got 2FA. This is fucking, right? 6/11, June 11th. So she got 2FA 10 days ago, right? She got hacked 10 days ago. And then she said, I got hacked and she did 2FA. Now she got hacked again. Come on, bro. Right? Here she's saying her Telegram got hacked in October of 2024. Oh, my account must have gotten hacked. I mean, this is now a pattern of behavior with this idiot. Bro, I'm not buying, dude. I am not buying, guys. This shit stinks to high heaven, dude. Again, this feels like more gaslighting. And I am starting to notice this It feels like gaslighting like this. It feels like this is the next wave of sort of information warfare. And Kate, when you say politicians will do this next, they're already doing it. Okay? They're already doing it. I mean, Trump did it with the fucking my daughter. Okay? That's literally the Trump daughter post. He's already doing this shit. Except they're not answering. Eric Trump did it with the UFC rigging. But they're already doing this gaslighting. Trump tweets this, no context. We don't know who this is. Now, Trump is doing it differently. He's not saying I was hacked. He's just not saying anything. But remember when they tweeted those pictures of like the shoes and the dress? They were like 5-second video clips a while back. We were looking at the boots and trying to figure out, people thought it was Caroline Leavitt, right? So, I mean, dude, and then the other right-wing influencers, President Trump and his great daughter, proud dad, proud daughter, proud Americans. But that's not Trump's daughter. Trump's not even there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trump is at Camp David. He could be taking a picture from Camp David that is somebody's daughter, but he's posting this shit with no context. And again, it's just this weird kind of gaslighting information warfare, where people are tweeting shit that is not true. And then everyone's talking about it, but nobody's actually responding to it. Dude, weird shit though. Okay, and this Lilly Gaddis shit is weird because somebody tweeted this, okay? And she's trying to pretend like, oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Because Candace, as you can see, Candace fucking made a video shitting on this chick too. Everybody shit on Lilly Gaddis. dude. Right? But Lilly is like attacking somebody for having a Jewish flag in their profile. Right? Right? So there's like this weird, like, and she's one of the anti-Semitism, like Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, like, you know, Dan Bilzerian set. That's who Lilly Gaddis is. She's like super, super racist. But then she's out here all day replying to this. And so here's her explanation. Jesus. Aunt Tifa, I think it may have been Aunt Tifa, right? The only two people who've ever had access to my X account is the guy who made my YouTube thumbnails and Jordan Daly. Okay, some fucking J Daly guy. This Daly character apparently is a social media whiz and DM me about advertising stuff, social media help. He also said he knew people at YouTube who he said he could get in contact with to help me get my monetization back. He said he'd helped Myron out as well, and I confirmed this with Myron, so I figured he was legit. He asked to be added as a contributor to my X and manager on my YouTube to help out with any tech issues I had. I agreed, thinking nothing of it. I soon removed him from both once I realized he was full of shit and just a weirdo trying to talk and couldn't actually help with anything. 𝗙cie_𝗹𝗹𝗪𝗏, she's the one who got fingered in the TPUSA lobby, reached out to me asking if I had ever communicated with him and warned me to remove him from any access as he had done the same thing to her. And after she removed him, he deleted the content on YouTube, fraudulently stole money from her and others, and was not who he claimed to be. She further informed me that he had been using both of our likenesses to claim he was managing us on his portfolio as a way to collect funding and money. Now, guys, this is crazy, though, because I am like so fucking careful who gets access to my accounts. Like, I need to see ID. I need like multiple references. You know, this morning I woke up with, she's blaming it on Jay Daly. It dawned on me that he is the only one who could be posting these posts. She woke up with dozens of people texting about the Candace Owens tweet, right? Blah, blah, blah. I've changed all my information, so hopefully you will not be able to do this again in the future. I can't prove it's him, but Emily can confirm everything I just said. Okay, so she's blaming it on the Jay Daly guy. But I don't see Emily chiming in here. Does Emily chime in and say something about this guy? And I guess there are a lot of people that like know about this guy. Right? So Myron Gaines. So I guess a whole bunch of people are saying that fucking, but dude, let's go look at this guy's account, okay? Because look at what we notice. 1.1 million followers, right? But like, dude, look at his shit, dude. His posts are 35 likes. Like, did she do no like fucking investigation of this guy? Like, how dumb are these right wingers? Because I mean, look at this shit. He's got 140 posts and he's reposting it. 17 likes on a post. This guy is obviously fake. Okay? With 1 million followers, every post should have like, you know, 1,000 likes, 500 if your audience is like dead to you, if it was years ago and you've been canceled many times. But like, we're talking 500, 1,000 likes on every single post, okay? And dude, you will have 0 posts with 24 likes if you have 1 million followers. But again, they do no vetting, okay? So all of these right-wing influencers, 𝗙cie_𝗹𝗹𝗪𝗏, Lilly Gaddis, Myron Gaines, they're all like, nobody did any due diligence on this guy before they gave him fucking passwords. Dude, dumb has a B in it. Dude, like, how stupid are these people? Like, really? It's hard for me to believe how stupid these guys are. Yo, that shit is crazy. Right? Dude, he like, you know what I mean? I mean, this guy with his things, he has like maybe, you know, I'm looking at his posts and the fact that none of his really pop. Like, I've not seen one of his posts get like thousands, which means this guy probably has about 20,000 followers. Maybe 15, 20,000. Right? Right? He did have 1.8. You know, isn't that wild? Dude, they're pretty dumb, bro. Like, dude. Yo. InfoWars. All right, dude. Whatever. Isn't that wild, though? And he says, I haven't talked to you in months. Don't blame me for something you did on your own accord. And now they're arguing. You're one of the only people who had access. That makes you a suspect. Explain your dealings with Emily. Did you delete her channels? Dude. X accounts. This guy's mentioning Eric Trump's gambling hack. Bro. Something's going on, dude. I just feel like we're all getting gaslit constantly now, right? I feel like gaslighting is like the new normal, dude, right? It is the new normal where people do shit. Yeah, right? You think Lilly, the N-word girl, fucking gave this guy her password? Come on, bro. All right. I just think there's heavy duty gaslighting happening now. Right? Did Candace reply? What was Candace's reply? Stupid or so greedy, they're targets for scams. I mean, you know, maybe, Drea, maybe, you know, that maybe they are just targets because they're whatever, they're dumb. I don't know. I don't know how they could be those targets. But she just said, thank you for all the messages of concern, but I am not dead. If I were, it would be entirely appropriate for you to have blamed Israel. Somewhat relatedly, Charlie Kirk was not concerned he was going to be killed by a transgendered furry after a full day of arguing with Zionists about him abandoning the pro-Israel cause. Hope this helps. Dude, they are hardcore going after Israel. Hey, Lilly, what is wrong with you? Pathetic bottom feeder, blah, blah, blah. See, here's the thing. You ready? I want to show you this because somebody posted this earlier today, guys. I know, the N-word girl, that is a rough moniker, isn't it? What's even rougher, Polka Dot, is she got famous and became a right-wing influencer and now has 250,000 followers on Twitter, right? By just being a white girl who says the N-word. Yikes. But look at this, okay? So Candace Owens posted this, and then this guy said, that's crazy, they assassinated Kirk, a pro-Israel guy, and not you, the person exposing all their secrets. And somebody posted this earlier and said that this was like, you know, get a body bag, essentially. That's what they said. You ready? Let me find the reply. Let me find the reply, because this is interesting. Let me take you through this real quick. Because this person said, they tweeted a screenshot of this. Right here. And he said, kill shot. Okay, this captive dreamer MAGA dude, right, said kill shot because of this reply. oh yeah, this guy. But like, dude, so obviously I am not like living and dying on this Israel connection to Charlie Kirk thing. Okay, but I will say that Netanyahu making a video saying we didn't kill Charlie Kirk, and then all of a sudden Erica turning 𝗵𝗄𝗎 into this Zionist rebrand going into middle schools seemed weird. And Erica is a Zionist and Trump is a Zionist, and Charlie Kirk was like having some second thoughts. He was having some issues. Whatever. Okay? Now, this idea though here that like Israel would assassinate Candace Owens for talking shit about Israel, but like, guys, that doesn't make any sense. Okay? Israel, if Israel did have something to do with Charlie Kirk, they didn't kill him because he was talking bad about Israel. Okay? They would have killed him because they wanted that infrastructure. Okay? That Charlie was like not using the infrastructure appropriately. Okay? Because Donald Trump and the Heritage Foundation and the Zionist evangelical billionaires built 𝗵𝗄𝗎. And they built it to get Trump elected. And they built it to rip up the Iran agreement so Netanyahu could attack Iran and Lebanon and all this shit. There was a lot of shit at play. Okay? Like 𝗵𝗄𝗎 was not really Charlie Kirk's thing. I mean, once Charlie Kirk got famous, it became his thing. But that thing was built by Bill Montgomery and Foster Friess and right? And, you know, it was used by Donald Trump and the Heritage Foundation to get Trump in power again. These are the guys that like bought Supreme Court justices. So if Charlie Kirk was getting too big for his britches and wanted to now use that thing about Epstein or some other shit that the Heritage Foundation and all of those evangelical Zionist billionaires didn't want, then realistically, yeah, they could have him killed. But it wasn't because he said something bad about Israel, okay? In the end, if the powers that be did off him, it was more because they wanted that 𝗵𝗄𝗎 infrastructure back in the hands of the people that were going to use it the way it was supposed to be used, which was as a Zionist, pro-Trumpian, you know, grooming machine, and not like one man's army or one man's, you know, individual platform to now question the powers that be. And I know he was against the Iran war and he was against Jeffrey Epstein files being hidden. And I think that those two things are very problematic for the Trump, Netanyahu, evangelical billionaire, whatever set, whoever those people are, you know, all that big money, right? Yes. Like nobody's really concerned about Candace because she is dismissible as a conspiracy theorist. Okay. She is dismissible, but guys, 𝗵𝗄𝗎 is infrastructure. Okay. And infrastructure has value. It does. I mean, part of the reason why Trump is attacking Act Blue is because Act Blue is a very effective infrastructure of fundraising. And right? So Trump wants to attack that infrastructure. And 𝗵𝗄𝗎 was a very big infrastructure at, you know, converting young people to culture war fucking ways of thought, to propagandize them, to sell them on, you know, they have a ground game, especially in Arizona, you know, the collegiate ground game, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't believe Charlie Kirk died because of transgender issues. That's ridiculous. Okay? That's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous to think that Charlie Kirk was murdered over, like, you know, being negative towards trans people. And one guy in love with a trans... Guys, you ready for this? A guy with a trans lover who goes and commits a crime. You know that's a fucking movie plot from the 70s, right? There was an Al Pacino movie called Dog Day Afternoon, where Al Pacino goes and robs a bank, and he's holding the banker hostage and all these people hostage. The cops show up outside. They start negotiating, and then Al Pacino admits that he has a transgender lover and he was stealing the money to pay for the operation. Dude, great movie. Sidney Lumet, Dog Day Afternoon. Right? Great movie. Highly recommend it. Okay? It's a plot of a movie, dude. Attica. Yes. Dude, but like, no, dude. There's no way, dude. There's no way Tyler Robinson fucking, come on. Dude, did you see Tyler Robinson, dude? He's basically a hillbilly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't doubt that Tyler Robinson is a quirky individual, but like, I just don't believe he fucking, you know, pulled off that killing solo. And I don't believe, I don't know. I have some questions about the bullet that went into Charlie's neck. Because again, I grew up in a family of hunters. And so I've been around 30-06s and 22 rifles. And I've been around handguns. And I've seen animals that have been hit with hunting rifles. And they didn't look like Charlie Kirk's little bleeding out of a tiny hole in his neck. Okay? When a hunting rifle fires a shell into an animal, there is like significant fucking damage, bro. So I don't know what's going on with Charlie, but I'm not buying that it was a transgender obsessed rube with a fucking hunting rifle, you know, 200 meters away on the roof. That, like, I'm not exactly buying that scenario. You know, something is weird. You know, see, I don't know if I buy the microphone though thing either, because if there was an explosion from a microphone, like a pager explosion, like, dude, that would rip open shit. If that microphone blew up, there would be a fucking chunk out of Charlie where that microphone was. You know, if an explosive microphone would do some fucking damage. You know, the damage was just like a pinhole. You know, it was like a pinhole. I don't know if it was like a 3D printed pinhole gun or something. I don't know. There's questions, but I don't know if we'll ever know the answer. But so I just have questions. But I thought it was interesting, though, how these guys are trying to portray this as like, oh, yeah, if Candace's conspiracy were true, they would have killed her instead of Charlie. But again, if Charlie was killed, I have thoughts on this, okay? If you want me to do some thoughts, here are my thoughts, okay? So Trump used Charlie to get into office this time around. But once Charlie got Trump in, Charlie was no longer necessary. Trump did not need 𝗙PUSA. Okay, the war in Iran and the dismantling he's doing in government, the money that he's moving, the data they've looted, none of that shit required any further work from Charlie Kirk. So Charlie Kirk harping on the Epstein files and being against the Iran war and potentially being against the moves that Trump could make, Charlie Kirk could have made a lot of people like unhappy or question things. So if they no longer needed him, removing him could, if they could blame it on leftist culture war, whatever, that could have been a very big, you know, social movement kind of thing to reinvigorate the MAGA base. But instead it didn't. It just made it like more weird and more conspiracies. And now nobody trusts Trump and nobody trusts Israel. So if they did have something to do behind it, they really fucked it up. But I could see why they could think that, that being a culture war issue and getting rid of a problematic person could be a win-win, I don't know. I mean, you could theorize about it, okay? And you could theorize about it, like, or it could be, it could be a left-wing op, or it could be, some other country in the Middle East behind this op trying to sow discord, trying to, deflate Trump. I mean, if it were an op, it could be many different players involved in this shit, But I guess what is interesting about this, though, is that, like, something is going on with the Israeli government, guys. Okay? I don't know what it is, and I'm not like, I don't think there's some Jewish cabal. I don't think it has anything to do with Judaism. I don't believe there's like a Jewish porn ring or all these bullshit weirdness. But I will say that Benjamin Netanyahu and Ehud Barak was Netanyahu's defense minister, and they were tied to Peter Thiel and Côte d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, and surveillance operations with Jeffrey Epstein and Elon Musk and Sergey Brin, who are guys involved in AI, and Donald Trump is in that racket. So there is a Trump, Ehud Barak, Epstein, Netanyahu, Charles Kushner, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. All of those guys are in bed with something, okay? Like, there's a connection there to whether it's tied to the war in the Middle East and the Epstein files and Trump. I don't know. But there is a Trump, Ehud Barak, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein, Benjamin Netanyahu connection that is something, okay? That is connected to Epstein and connected to hiding those files and connected to Netanyahu being able to do whatever the fuck he wants. And I don't know what it is, but those guys are hiding some fucking shit, whether it's a surveillance technology or I don't know what it is. But there is some fucking connection that absolutely is like you would be gaslighting yourself to not see that there's some connection there. And it has to do with surveillance and oil and Middle East imperialism and the Epstein files. And I don't know what it is, but I know that they're working real fucking hard to like get rid of anybody who tries to put the Epstein files out into the general public. And there is a, Israeli government and a U.S. government. I mean, Epstein was big enough that a federal attorney gave him and everyone he knew immunity for life with no state's evidence, and they just made that shit disappear. And so there's something that is high-level government, and it involves the U.S., and it involves Israel, and it might involve like other Arab or African countries, because there was some shit going on with like Côte d'Ivoire, right? The Ivory Coast surveillance, and their shit with Qatar giving Trump a jet. Something is up, okay? Right? Something is obviously up. So, so I don't know, right? But dude, I feel like all of these billionaires are untrustworthy, and the UK, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the UK. I know that, the UK, there's a shit on the internet about Keir Starmer maybe resigning, right? That has been going on the internet. I don't know if that shit is true, right? But right-wing people have been saying that Starmer is resigning, right? This is right. They're all saying it. Keir Starmer will reportedly resign on Monday. That's what a lot of people are saying. Okay. This is being reported is that he's fucking stepping down. Right. Yeah. No, this is like, I don't know. Right. And I mean, I know there was like, there's been, you know, whatever, all this talk about rape gangs and they've been going after Elon Musk. Like a lot of shit is going on, right? You know, there's this rape inquiry report or something. Now, guys, I don't know what's going on in fucking the UK, but I do know that like no matter where it is, I don't care what the nationality is, or I don't care how high level, that means you, Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth. I think rapists should be getting prosecuted, okay? All of them, including Donald Trump and fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that shit. I don't really dig into, you know, UK politics that much, but I know that there is a war going on between like the three Abrahamic religions are having a fucking war, guys. Okay? There is a war that is going on with Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Okay? Muslims, Christians, and Jews are like, it's not like the actual people are warring, but the political power attached to each of the three heads of the Abrahamic snake are like jockeying for some type of global positioning, okay? Because you have Christianity, you have Judaism, you have Islam. They're religions with a bunch of people practicing them, but they are also political powers, okay? They're evangelical billionaires that have political power behind Christianity. Obviously, Netanyahu and the IDF, they don't represent Judaism, but they are Jews, and they are a sect of Judaism that is about world domination. And they are the political power behind a tiny sect of Judaism, the same way that, you know, like, you know, Trump and Mike Johnson and all these evangelicals, the Cook brothers and shit, right? The Walton family and Larry Ellison, they're all a power of Christianity. And then there are certainly, you know, Muslim powers that are in, you know, the Saudi government and the Iranian government and all that shit. So there is some global jockeying of the power groups that are, you know, it's like, I think some people are thinking like the rapture's coming, or Jesus is coming back, or there's some divine thing coming up. And so, yeah. And then all the people that practice those religions are stuck in the middle of this shit. So I don't know, dude. But I'm gonna look into more of this. We're not gonna get into it tonight though, because I do have to go make some videos. And as you can tell, my allergies are brutalizing me. I do want to look at I want to look at JD Vance real quick, because I think this is important. Dude, okay, seen the Navy map? I have not. Put it in Discord. What's the Navy map? But so this is important, guys, though. All right, because look at this. This was this morning, okay, on the morning Fox show. Look at JD Vance, dude.
So that's the first part of the negotiation. My understanding, talking to Jared and Steve this morning, is things are going well. But of course, we're going to verify all of this. And that's the thing that, you know, a lot of the criticisms of the deal have really underappreciated, is that the United States has all the cards. The straits are now open. The Iranian military is now destroyed. The Iranians have committed to, of course, destroying that stockpile of enriched material, but we have a lot of economic pressure applied to the Iranians that we would be willing to relieve if they do what we need them to do. If they don't do that, of course, there's no skin off our back. They're still in a much weakened position.
So now, JD Vance started today saying, you know, You're being critical of this deal, but the straits are open. Everything's functioning. The Iranian military is destroyed. Okay? And yo, dude, this was already gone. Okay? That was over as soon as he fucking announced it. Okay? And the Iranians announced that they had closed the straits. And why? Why did they close the strait? Because Netanyahu's continuing to bomb in Lebanon. He's not giving up. And right? And then did you see the Gvir tweet? Like, holy fucking shit, bro. Did you see this shit? This guy should be put in jail, guys. Okay? Gvir, they blocked it out, but they left it here. But he wrote this crazy tweet in Hebrew. This guy is basically like the attorney general and a high-ranking military official all put into one. This guy's a fucking psychopath. And so he posted this fucking, a day and a half ago. For every tear of an Israeli mother, 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep. All of Lebanon must burn. With all due respect to the Americans, Israel must make it clear to the entire world that the blood of our sons and the security of our citizens are not forfeit. All of Lebanon must burn. Our supreme duty is to protect the citizens of Israel and the soldiers of the IDF, and this commitment takes precedence over every other consideration. I told the prime minister, that's Netanyahu, even in our private meetings, for every tear of an Israeli mother, 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep. Even with the ping pong in the Middle East, you don't win with measured responses and restraint. You need to go berserk to obliterate, to crush the terror. So now he basically is saying, look, for every one wound, we're going to wound 1,000 mothers. We're going to burn the whole country down. We're going to obliterate. We are going to fucking decimate. And fuck you, America. We don't care about your treaties. We don't care about your concerns. Now, here's the problem, guys, is we're paying for these motherfuckers. And at this point, I'm like, dude, not one more goddamn dime. Okay? Not one more goddamn dime to this guy. But like, dude, Trump was using this same language. If Iran doesn't capitulate, it will be civilization ending. Okay? Now, that's what's crazy. Is you realize how batshit this is? Well, the rest of the world is looking at Trump's tweets and they're thinking the same about America right now. And Trump is in bed with these guys deeply to the tune of like $240 million, $250 million, and now a Qatari jet, because who knows what Qatar, how they're involved in this shit too. So shit's getting real, guys, because this is insane, okay? Right? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I do not want one dime of American money, not one penny more to this fucking guy, okay? Not one penny more, okay? And this is going to be a problem because, what is AIPAC going to do here? Because, man, if we send one more fucking cent to Israel, like to this guy, to Gvir and fucking Netanyahu, like I have no problem, dude, with Jewish people. All the Jewish people that want to get out of Israel and come live in America, come on over, right? Let's go line up aircraft carriers. All of the Jewish people that live in Israel that want to get the fuck out of there, want to come live in a sane place, come on to America. Welcome aboard, dude. Bring them all in. All the Palestinians in Gaza, too. Bring them all in. Then we should fucking nuke these guys. Okay? Gvir and Netanyahu should be nuked. Yes, I know. Sane place. I'm like, minus Trump, of course. Right? I'm just saying, let's bring all the Palestinians and the people who don't want to live under Gvir. We should bring them here. And then we should nuke Gvir and fucking Netanyahu. And right? nuke these guys, dude. Right? Maybe nuke is a strong word, but you know what I mean. Right? I mean, we should be going to war against Gvir. Dude, he is. He is a fucking terrorist, dude. But so is Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump is a terrorist too. I think Trump and Netanyahu and Ben Gvir, we should put them all in the Hague. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, that shit is crazy. All right, and JD's like, dude, the straits are open. But bro, the Strait of Hormuz is not open. Okay? Dude, again, the fucking, look at this shit, dude. Dude, I searched for Strait of Hormuz and it's showing me like some not Kenny Rogers like trying to dunk on the Obama library. Dude, Elon, fuck you, boss. Right? Oh, I guess I did. I added a fucking, sorry. That may be on me. I added a GHT, dude. All right? But so there's talks going on. But Iran, okay, 55 ships had passed through on Saturday, but then Iran's military said it was closing it. Okay, so Iran said it's shut down. So the Central Command said 55 commercial ships came through. Normally it's 130 daily average, so it was like at half speed. And then Iran said, we're shutting it down, that if ships approach the strait, security is going to be at risk. But then Captain Tim Hawkins says the strait is open and the blockade is ceased. But Iran has said, no, the strait is closed because Netanyahu's going fucking berserk on Lebanon. On Thursday, 25 ships through. On Friday, 11 ships went through. Okay. And then on fucking Saturday, a maritime analysis firm said 22 went through, but the U.S. government was saying 55. But Iran says it's closed. So as far as I know, guys, as far as I know, the strait is closed. But isn't it wild, guys, that here's what I'm having trouble with, okay? Because this is the first time in my entire life of being in America, in a couple months, I'm going to turn 57. This is the first time, guys, where I don't believe anything coming from the U.S. government. I've known there were lies around Contra, right? There were lies with the wartime. There were certainly lies about the WMDs and Saddam Hussein. There were lies in Trump's first term. There were, lies about, fucking Libya. There were lies about drone attacks. There's always been redirections and covering of truth or even straight out outright lies. But now, guys, I literally, like, anytime the U.S. government says something now, I don't believe any of it because they literally told me that Alex Preddy pulled a gun on ICE agents and we watched him get blown away with his hands up. Okay? They told us that Renee Good slammed on the fucking gas and used her vehicle as a projectile. And we saw her say, dude, I got nothing against you, dude. And then she just tried to turn away and they killed her in cold blood. And they lied about Abrego Garcia and these other guys that they sent to a fucking, El Salvadorian prison for life when they committed no crime. So now it's like the lying and the gaslighting and the endless fakes, fake videos and all this shit. It's like now, dude, I don't believe anything coming from the U.S. government. But Perky, when you say, yet we do nothing, like, what are we supposed to fucking do, boss? Right? Like, yet we do nothing. What do you want to do? You want to like drive a tank on the White House lawn? Go for it, bro. I'll cheer you on. But like, I mean, we're doing a lot. We're fighting in court. We're trying to take back the House and the Senate, you know, so we can fucking start the investigative arm and stop the bleeding on all this shit. But I mean, dude, I mean, you know, check out Bolivia. I mean, I'm not going to check out Bolivia. If you got a plan, bro, execute your plan. You know, I just don't really see much of what we can do right now. You know, he hasn't crossed enough red lines that excuse the use of violence. So, you know, months of protest, but yeah, dude, but 𝗫𝗠𝗄𝗽, if you want to do that, like make it happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need you to be the catalyst. I don't know that protests are like all that effective, you know? You know what I'm saying? I think without taking the government power back, protests aren't going to do shit. Okay? Here's what we need is you ready for this? Hear me out. Because 𝗫𝗠𝗄𝗽's not wrong, but I don't think protesting now is going to do anything because we have no power. We need to take back the House, take back the Senate, and then protest. I think we need to protest when we have power, okay? Right? And then we demand that our people with power execute their power, right? Now that I could see, okay? Like, for example, if we take the House back and then we start protesting to demand Supreme Court reform, we take the House, we take the Senate, now we protest and say, you guys need to do something about the Supreme Court. I think that maybe might be more effective if we protest when we have power. But we do have to take the House back, and we got to try and take the Senate back. And then when we have power, then I think protesting becomes a little more effective. But protesting when the other guys have power is just, you know, essentially standing around because we don't have the power to do anything. You know, if we actually stood together and stopped working for the Epstein class, yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for you know, blue states trying to maybe intercept some tax money. We do have to do something about defunding Trump's machine, you know, right? Historically, protests become vehicles for larger actions. Yeah, but midnight, though, what you have to realize, though, is the we had the government. You know what I'm saying? Like protests do become vehicles for larger actions, but you have to have government power when you're doing it. Okay? If you don't have any government power, like protests, then you have to hope they like shoot you en masse. But they shot a couple protesters, ICE protesters. It didn't even move the needle. So I think we need government power, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think here's what I hope is normally when we get the government power, we sort of stop fighting. And so I hope this time when we let's take the House, let's try to get the Senate too, and then let's protest our power and make them use it. You know, we got to make them shut down the filibuster. And do something about the Supreme Court. We've got to make them do it, okay? You know what I mean? Like, I think, but we got to get that power back, you know? Dude, let's go. Sean, I'm glad you're here, boss. All right, but now I'm going to go make videos. I'm going to go protest this protest to go make some videos, right? Dude, Trump, suspend elections, install Ivanka? Yeah. It definitely does, the police. But again, though, guys, I think, you ready? And hear me out on this. I think DC is what we should think about, guys. Okay? Because, you know, you're right. They have control of the police. But if we take the House back, okay, and then we take the Senate back, we can now protest in DC, and the House and Senate can prevent that protest from being shut down. Or right? You know what I mean? Because we have the power. Okay, if we were to protest in DC right now, Trump could shut that protest down. But if we take the House and Senate and protest, Trump can't shut that protest down. Okay, so now it's optics. Are the Democrats going to shut down us protesting the people we just put in office to fight fascism and fucking do something about the Supreme Court? That would speak to us. At that point, I think DSA candidates would start winning across the board, guys. But you may notice, like a lot of mayors, DSAs are winning on the local level. Okay, a lot of DSA candidates are winning at the mayor level. DC's about to have a DSA mayor. Okay, so there's some shit going on at the local level. I'm too optimistic? No, man. It's not that I'm too optimistic. It's that I believe I have a strategy, okay? Because here's the thing. I have watched us use protests, but only when we're out of power. I want to speak for protesting when we have power, okay? That's what I'm thinking. When we take the House, when we take the Senate, let's camp out at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Let's camp out on the National Mall and demand the Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries, and whoever is Senate Majority Leader, demand that they do something about the court, that they do something about our health care, that they release those Epstein files. And if not, we're going to put 1 million people in D.C. while you Democrats are in power, and we're going to let it be known that fuck you. And then it's going to be a DSA revolution at that. Okay, so I think showing up when we have the power to where we can say, exercise that power, or now we know that you are MAGA too, and then we can just cut the Democratic Party out. We have to force them, right? See, we can't make demands of the Democrats when they have no power. Why not demand it now? Sinful, they have no power. They can't do anything. The Democrats can't do anything right now, okay? And if you demand it from the Republicans, they're going to just send in the National Guard, okay? Right? Because they're never going to do anything. I'm saying when we control the House, when we control the Senate, that's when we should be protesting every day, okay? You are protesting that they use the power, okay? What would you be protesting? You'd be protesting for them to exercise the power. Start making demands about expanding the Supreme Court, ending the filibuster. 1 million people in D.C. to say, end the fucking filibuster, or we will never vote for the Democratic Party again, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to protest when you have power, guys, okay? You protest for them when you can actually make them happen, instead of protesting against the party when your party can't make them happen, right? Yeah, I want us to stay active with the resistance when we have the power. Then you're protesting them to exercise the power that we give them. Dude, but we gotta take the House. We gotta take the House, boss. Why don't you demand it of the Republicans? But like, Drea, the Republicans are not going to do anything, right? Demanding something of the Republicans is a waste of your voice, right? Right? You know, like, the Republicans aren't going to do anything, and they're just going to use your protest to make it look like you're fucking causing a riot, or you're out of control, or you're being a criminal, right? You know? You need to protest your own party when they have power, and because then then the only way they're shutting it down is if they're the ones saying, yeah, we're not going to exercise the power. Then we know, okay, we have to be done with the Democratic Party, and then we have to go full DSA, right? I mean, we're at a crossroads in the Democratic Party. are they going to be an opposition party that actually fights and does something about the Supreme Court, or are they going to be Republican light and keep the status quo and pretend like they can't do anything? Because we do have to make a decision. Because if the Democratic Party's not willing to actually fight for us, then we have to fucking... But again, you have to pressure the Democrats when they have the power, because then you can actually hold them accountable. Because protesting the Democrats now, they can't really do anything. We got to get power and then protest with power. That's what they did in the 60s, guys. They protested with the power, okay? They protested with the power, guys, in the 60s. They protested with the power, okay? They were protesting after JFK, okay? And fucking there were Democrats in power, and the Democratic Party passed the Civil Rights Act, and the Republicans fled. But like, people were protesting they were protesting the government that had passed the Civil Rights Act. They were protesting the government that had passed the Voting Rights Act, and they forced that government out of Vietnam. And then, you know, Nixon won, he resigned, and then they gave Jimmy Carter the presidency in 76. But then Carter, and we had both Democratic majorities, but then unfortunately some ego battles happened and everything got all fucked up. But even, you know, eventually the fucking US government sent the National Guard in to fucking, you know, thwart the KKK, right? So, I mean, dude, just trust me on this. Trust me on this. We get the Dems in, and then we pressure them. We have to pressure them when they have power this time. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do this, guys, okay? And then we can see who's resisting and who's not. We're going to know then who really is fighting for change, okay? Because when there's no power, all of the Democrats will act like, oh, you know, we don't have any power, but we agree with you. It's like what people do when they have the power is going to be where the rubber hits the road. And we never did that before, okay? Like, historically, every time the Dems have won the government, we have taken our foot off the gas because we've assumed they're going to do the right thing. And so I think the thing is we have to stop assuming them that they're going to do the right thing, and we have to get the power and then protest our own power, guys, okay? And I think if we do that differently, it's going to be effective, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know, and the Republicans, they won't do it. I mean, they could, in theory, right now, the Republicans could send 3 million people to D.C. and have a rager of a protest shutting down all of D.C. if they won't pass the SAVE Act. But the Republicans will never mobilize like that. They will never mobilize for their own government to do something. And so we protest making demands of our own power. Yes. Yes. Once we get power, we then protest and say, end the filibuster, or we're going to shut down D.C. Stack the Supreme Court, or we're going to shut down D.C. Release the Epstein files, or we're going to shut down D.C. And if you shut down our protest, we're never going to fucking vote another Democrat again who's not a DSA, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see us make demands when we have the power, because then if they say no, we know they're not on our side. You know what I mean? We have to, like, it's like what they do, guys, when they call a vote to see how everyone votes, so then you can hold the vote against the legislator in the next election. We have to put Democrats in power, and then we have to force their hand. and say Epstein files, healthcare, Supreme Court, and filibuster gone. And if you don't do this, we know you're not on our side. And then we have to think about a realistic third party that is fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans. We go DSA and we go leftist route. We create a third party and we fucking blow the shit out of this thing, right? But we have to force their hand of like, are you with us in fixing this shit or are you against us? DSA are the Democrat Socialists of America. All right, on that note, though, think about it. It makes sense. Trust me, when you think about it. It's not protesting against our power. It is protesting to make demands of our power of things they said they would do, and then we need to make sure they do them, okay? We need to make sure they do the things that need to be done and not we give them power back and they just keep a status quo going. It's like, no, we're going to give you the power back and you're actually going to do this shit or we're never giving you power again. Yes, we're going to call their fucking bluff, boss. You know what I'm saying? And if not, we're going to band together with the DSA members like Mamdani and all the other fucking, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗍𝗏, and we're going to fucking start a revolution of a third party of democratic socialists, and we're going to fucking take the shit back and fuck both those parties. Okay, so that's the way I see it. I'm at a crossroads where the Dems are going to stop being willful aiding and abetting of the Republicans, and they're actually going to stand up and fight, or we're going to start our own third goddamn party, and we're going to burn the shit down. And I believe we could, guys. Okay, I believe there's enough interest right now in a third party that if the content creators and some of these progressive politicians got together, I think we could fucking, leave 30% of the fucking AIPAC Dems and 30% of the MAGA and take everybody else and be like, fuck you. We're going to fucking take this shit, And I mean, we have to at least be willing to fight for it. I'm not going to stand around and have another Democratic administration not take on the Supreme Court. If that's to me the first thing. We're killing the filibuster and we're expanding that court and we're fucking, we're fixing some of the fucking bullshit court shit that's been going on, right? And getting the big money and AIPAC and all that super PAC money out of the fucking political realm. And we need to do that and no stock trading in Congress and some fucking electoral publicly funded elections. You know what I'm saying? And we better see some goddamn results or fuck it, I'm going to go start a third party. I mean, we read about Fannie, right? We read about Fannie Hamer, okay? We read about her on Juneteenth yesterday. And guys, I believe that if Fannie Hamer can start the fucking Mississippi Democrat fucking caucus, right? The Freedom Democrats and take on the Democratic Party, then we can do the same. But I believe that we should try to force the Democrats. We get the power and then fucking pressure them to use it. And on that note, I'm leaving. I'm going to go, right? I'm just saying, don't take the pedal off. Okay. That's what the Dems always do is they win power and then they stop protesting. And we're not going to do that this time, guys. We're going to do it right. Let's go. Gotta be ready to fight, baby. All right, you ready? Yeah. I just want to keep the pressure on after we've won, guys. Win first, yes. Yeah, no, we're going to win first. And then we're going to pressure. And we're going to, you know, I mean, we're not going to be able to do all of this in November. But obviously, you know, if we win the House, they can release the Epstein files and we can make that demand. And if we win the House and the Senate, then we can shut down Trump's entire legislation and start undoing some of the damage. And then we have to win the presidency in 2028. And then when we have all three, we can start making demands about the Supreme Court and shit. But we have to hold them accountable, guys, when they have the power to actually do what we need them to do. That's what I'm saying. All right. It's a great philosophy. And trust me, I think a lot of like leftists are realizing this too. You know, I mean, if they play ball and they do shit, then we don't have to worry about it. But we have to stop assuming they're going to do the right thing. And we have to pressure them to do the right thing. You know? You know what I mean? Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, you ready? Let's go. Time for a little deja vu. Let's get it going. Come on.
Got a lot of choices. I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices. They have a lot to say, but I've known. Been here before. Yeah, I do recognize the tide of this marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. Things will turn out okay. Everything lately, I'm feeling so familiar. Coming on greatly, this feeling like a million. I've been here before, yeah, I do recognize the talent of this marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. Things will turn out okay. I'm coming up slowly. This feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy. An notion that I will make it out somehow. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. Things will turn out alright this time, I know.
Let's go! Sorry, guys. I'm in the mood for a revolution. It's like that guy at the Knicks, right? It's like the revolution is New York City. Dude, I'm ready for a fucking revolution, boss. I don't know about you. Keep your head together. Dude, we're gonna make them do what needs to be done. All right? I'm gonna go make some videos. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I can't remember myself, nothing else. I'll see you tomorrow. It's in the way. Tell me who could be once eluded me. In the meantime, guys, stay radiant. Take care of your head. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Love ya.
I just want to change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't want to hang around. I'd rather be found. It gets better. I wonder my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down. I'd rather be found. It gets better.